Welcome back to the guide series. It's now a new month. It is now March. So let's look at our February reports. Yes, February was a shorter month. So again, that is one thing you need to know is there's only 28 days in February. And that's shorter. And we actually did pretty good gathering this month. So, here you guys how that is. Yeah, so And let's see. Looks like we started off on the first, so we actually did gather on the first, which is good. So yeah, we did gather just a little bit of iron on the first, and then again we did some on the second, and this was a pie recruit mission on the fourth, and the fifth and the sixth is also the recruit mission because I gather only with the amount of units I have in this account in particular. The sixth and the 7th was the gather reporting. So you can see there's all the gathering that we did on that day, the 6th and the 7th. We gathered a lot of resources that day as well. And you can also notice that they're all percentages are no percent loss. This month I actually did that. I did a test. Okay. I mean, one account, granted, it was during the gather mission, and there was a spot on the map where if you went to gather, there were no flags, and then someone must have saw that spot, grabbed up the spot and put flags. So that one account got a little bit of percentage loss. But for most of the accounts, all percentages. So you can see I did a little more gathering on the 9th here. On the 10th I did some more gathering here. On the 11th we did some more. On the 12th we did some more. So like as much as I could I gathered. The 14th we gathered. The 15th and the 16th was the other gather. So you can see that we gathered resources on the 15th and the 16th. That was the next gather mission, per se. So we did gather a lot of resources on that day as well. And then we did some more on the 17th. And then we did some on the 18th, and that was it. And then this was obviously the 18th and 19th were the recruit mission, which we gathered just what we recruited. So that is where that came into play. And that's pretty much it. So after, like I said, the 19th, I stopped gathering, and I just finished off the gathered reports so we could do the video. So that's all we gathered. So in overall, in February, we gathered 5,900 or 5,907,636 of food, 5,498,709 of wood, and get this, iron, 1,500,353. That's pretty impressive. I think some of the accounts got like 2 million. So this account got 1,500,000. Like that's impressive. Like if you compare and most of that came out of on the 7th. Actually, yeah, no, the 7th. We gathered 480,000 of that right there in that one day. So 480,000 was from that one day alone. And we did the gather, which is pretty impressive. And then iron was 531 or 531, 524. So compared to January, we did 4 million food. So we got 1 more million than the previous month. With the wood was only 2 million. So we got 5 million this month. So again, a lot more. The iron, or I mean the stone from last month was 871, 231. We got 1,500,000 this past month. So very, very, very good numbers there. I mean, that's almost double what we did the previous month. Very, very good. And then with the stone, iron was the only one that we didn't do as much. Um, so this month, this current month, the last month in February, we did 530,000 to 540. We did in January, we did 704,000. So we did the iron was a little mix max, but like I said, I was probably going for more stone than anything else anyway, because a lot of people have iron. They need the stone for upgrading the buildings and all that kind of stuff. Which yeah. And right now we're recruiting, obviously, as you can see. Our next building will be this building that we do here. It's up to 28, or I mean 29. Then now when we go to level 30, when our castle goes up to level 30, we get the next recruit stage, which is gonna be great, because then everyone will be pretty much the higher standard, the higher recruiting, and also we can recruit 1,300. So that's gonna be pretty much the mission done in one day. Maybe not one day. But that is pretty much what we did this week. In this past in February. Very good month. Um, Now March, 31 days. And in this month, I'm gonna try to gather whatever we can gather. I'm not gonna care about percentages. I'm just gonna gather. The mission week starts, like I said, in a few hours probably from right now. It starts on Sunday, and today's technically Sunday. Um, yeah, I mean, if you look at what I mean by technically Sunday, it says March 1st in here, so it's technically March 1st. But yeah, so in March I'm just gonna start gathering a little bit later. I'm gonna gather as much as I can. We're probably gonna do when we have the 4 marches, we'll do one for food, wood, stone, and iron. If we have the 5th march enable, which is when the mission starts, like I said, in a few hours, I will enable that 5th march, and we'll do one extra for stone or iron, depending on what we need. So this month, we should have a lot more food, wood combined. I mean, like, what I mean by combined is, like, overall, we should have more. And during the mission week, when we have gather, I'm going to start with the iron, do the stone, do the wood, and do food. And then if I need to get any extra points, then we'll do that at that point. But that's my plan for this week coming up. So it is going to be mission week. It's going to be a tough mission. I got a lot of stuff going on this week, so hopefully we can get the missions done. It's going to be a tough mission week, I think, for a lot of my accounts. So we'll see what we can do this week. But that is pretty much the video. See that, like, this account has 20 million of iron, and it pretty much has everything for the castle. So now we're just waiting on everyone else to get the materials for upgrading the castle. Not all of them have it. Most of it's stone and iron, like I said. So we're gonna see what we can do. Like I said, this month in March, at the end of March, in April, hopefully the first time in April, we can upgrade all castles. That's my goal. We'll see if I can do it. If I can't, we'll have to wait until I don't have games going on, because April is when my spring sports start back up, so I'll have that going. So, as we're going to end this episode off, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to delete all these mails. I'm going to leave one, just so I remember what this account can take out. It's 26er, so I'm going to leave 126 in there. And then I'm gonna delete these messages and add. And after I do that, I'm gonna end the episode off. And hopefully you enjoyed the cleaning out of our email, talking a little bit about what's going on. Hopefully you enjoyed these videos. I do enjoy making them. I noticed lately there's been a drop in the series, in both series. So let me know what I can improve on if you guys think, if you watched this far. So until the next episode, I'm going to say goodbye to these messages, goodbye lovely messages, and I'm going to say love, and I'm also going to say to you guys, bye-bye for now.